Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Dillard, and I will be your instructor today. Welcome to Art 105, Metalworking. All right, see what we got here? Got a piece of metal. See what we got here? We got a hammer. To work metal, heat metal, hit with hammer. Today we're going to be discussing all the different tools that we use while blacksmithing. Well, not all the tools, but the generic ones that you can pretty much find in any basic garage. These tools come in very handy. Let's discuss hammers. As you can see here, I have three different styles. I got the basic garage claw hammer. This one's pretty much in every junk drawer in the house in America. Then you got the ball peen hammer. A lot of people use it as a furniture or finishing hammer because this round edge is really good for putting in those small pins. But when blacksmithing, it's really good at putting in your pins, and it's also good for smoothing out mistakes in your metal. Like if you put a dent in by striking too hard, the ball peen hammer is really good to help take that out. And then you have the blacksmithing hammer. The blacksmithing hammer here has a big beveled edge here for your striking face. Your edges are pulled pretty far back. That way if you hit, you're not too worried about making a mistake and denting your steel too badly. And then you have the folding edge. This is used to strike to make straight lines in the steel or to help put a crease in so you can fold it over. Besides your hammers, you have your file. Your file is used for smoothing or roughing up edges. So if you have a sharp edge, you can actually use your file to take that out. Or if you're trying to put a sharp edge on, you can run it against the smooth edge in an angle and put an edge on it. Again, we have our steel, which as you can see, I've already pounded this out a little bit because it was round rebar stock. And then you have your vice grips. Vice grips work really well if you don't have a pair of tongs because you can attach it pretty strong. And as you can see with the wobble, it doesn't fall off. Now, those are our basic tools. Now that we have some knowledge on our basic tools and what each basic tool does, let's go ahead and put them into practice. We're going to take that flat piece of steel, we're going to smack it with a hammer. Just so you get the normal muscle memory of swinging a hammer. How you want to swing a hammer is from the shoulder, bent elbow, and you're going to strike down on it. You don't want to overextend so you lock out your elbow because that will cause a shock wave to go up your arm. Kind of like when you're swinging a baseball bat, you do not want to lock out your elbows. When you're using vice grips, like I have here, you want to make sure this is tight before you clamp it down, but not too tight that you can't clamp on it. So you're going to have to adjust and fiddle with it till you get it right. But once you got it clamped on there nice and tight, you can see it holds the steel pretty well. Oops, mine slid a little. And with the file, when you run a file, you run the file away from your body. You do not want to run the file towards you because you're bringing metal shavings towards you. And files can get sharp and you can poke yourself. So when you run the file, run it away. Just run it away. Going around the edge, you're going to run it away. Easy peasy. So let's all go ahead, partner up, grab a piece of steel, grab your basic tools, go ahead and give that a try. Now if you're having problems with this, what we can do is modify for differentiation. You're getting your hands-on portion. You got your visual from me actually showing you all the tools, and you're getting your auditory by me talking to you and this video. But if you have a lack in muscle strength, a lack in grip strength, there are alternate tools you can use to help you get along. If you're having problems gripping your vice grips and holding the steel steady, go ahead and put it in an actual vise. This will hold the steel pretty steady for you. And then you don't have to hold it because it's holding it. Or if you don't have a vise, grab a couple clamps, lock that into place, go ahead and hammer away. Now, if you're having problems swinging the hammer's too heavy, or you're tiring out quickly, there is something called a power hammer. A power hammer is a hydraulic operated system. So what you do, step on a pedal, big piece of steel comes down, whacks your steel, helps you shape it. You find this mostly in higher end shops. Me, I like swinging a hammer. It helps me get the stress of the day out. Now, if you're a hobbyist like I am, you're not doing this for very long, maybe a couple hours a day, so you shouldn't wear out too much. But if you're doing this as a profession, definitely invest in a power hammer. Well, before class is over, I got a little assignment for you. I'm going to hand out a sheet of paper. That's your exit ticket. What I need you guys to do is go ahead, look at all the tools, look at the pictures I gave you, and go ahead and identify the tools via the picture. Tell me what kind of hammer it is. Tell me if it's a vice grip. Tell me if it's a tong. Tell me if it's a file. Once you've completed that, go ahead and turn it in. I'll see you next week. I'll review your answers, and if most of you got everything right, that lets us know we're all on track together. But if there are some mistakes, we'll go over it so we can all understand where I might have missed or misinstructed y'all. That way, we can continue moving forward. Thank you, and see you next week.